Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. We're going to be doing a diverse association run today, I think. Might as well. We're running a 3-star from each association that we have a 3-star for, right? You can get that, yeah, sure. Yeah, that's the basic idea. Since we're going to be getting Deviat next week, we won't be able to do this kind of bit after that point, right? So figured I might as well do it while I could, yeah. We'll go in a numerical order. But yeah, currently have 7 associations in the game in total. We've got these 6 and we've got She, but She doesn't have any 3-stars, so I figured, it works. But this week we're going to be getting Deviat Rodion, which is going to change everything and make it so... Ugh. And it's going to make it so that we're going to have 8 associations in total, which sure is a lot. I'm just going to be missing Hana, Trace, 8, and Dodeca after that point, right? We still don't even know what Dodeca does. We really don't even know what 8 does either, but 8's been mentioned a little bit. That's pretty funny. And Hana we're obviously not going to get for a while. I hope they don't wait too long for it, but by like the sounds of it, since in Ruina we only fight Hana Section 3, and even they are like on the level of like, they're like above every other association's like Section 1. So I wouldn't be surprised if even Hana Section 6 was like that, right? But yeah, we got the actual trailer for next week's banner, Bygone Days Ishmael and Deviat Rodion. Looks pretty cool. Bygone Days Ishmael, we were told whoever's getting the Bygone Days ID is also going to be getting this Vi West ID, so that means that Ishmael is going to be getting this Vi West ID in 2 weeks. And maybe they'll do a 2-star alongside it, but they didn't mention as such in the live stream, so I guess we'll see. Shh. Who knows, honestly. We haven't gotten any 2-stars since Multi-Crack, and we might not get any 2-stars until next season, right? But yeah, so that's cool. It's probably going to be like it'll probably be like sinking. It's a Tatherite, so it's going the same slot as Roseate Desire and Capote, neither which are super necessary. Both of which are previous season Battle Pass egos as well, so she'll have a Teth that's like on the general pull, like general extraction, like ego type thing, right? We'll just see exactly what it does. Do we get this? Oh, we do. Cool. Wasn't actually great odds, so I'll take it. We're gaming. Yeah. We'll just see how it works. I don't know, but Deviat Rodion looks like a lot of fun. She's definitely got some sort of, like, charge mechanic, whether or not it be, like, her own actual, like, well, charge or her own system. Because you can see, like, in her skill 1, she looks relatively normal, but in her skill 2 and both skill 3s, she's got, like, a bit of, like, a particle effect going on. Could be charge, I'm not fully sure. She gains, it seems like her skill 3 gains another coin, with some sort of conditional, so it's very possible we're getting, like, an ID, like a charge ID that, like, spend charge to, like, reuse coin on the skill 3, right? Something like that. Which, you know, is the kind of thing I'm really surprised it's taken that long for us to get. Closest we have is, like, Roseband or Rodion skill 2, right? You know, you can, if she's got, like, 3+ charge, you can reuse the coin on heads, but of all the charge, like, skill 3s we have, none of them have additional coin reuse. It's always interesting. It always felt like an interesting way to, like, incorporate it. And it seems like what they're doing here. I doubt it's an alternate skill 3, right? It looked like it was nearly identical, but with, like, one additional hit. Although, like, one additional hit in an interesting way. It seemed to be one additional hit in the middle instead of one additional hit at the end, so, like, that's probably just how it works, though, right? It makes enough sense. If the coin's going to get reused, it plays, like, the weaker animation instead of the stronger one, and then goes into the finisher. And also, most notably, she makes a line about, you know, oh, I should get some beef jerky out of the transport device. And then, like, she, like, leaves the screen, comes back, and, like, she's got potentially, like, a single turn to live. And she just explodes it, what I assume is the end of next turn. Not awfully sure what triggered it. It looks like it triggered at end of turn, though. So she might have some sort of, like, counter, right? Like, maybe... Here's my idea. She functions like a relatively normal charge D when it comes to, like, potency, but maybe her, like, charge... Or normal when it comes to count, but her charge potency, like, maybe it increases over time or something. If her charge potency builds up too much, like, she'll explode in a turn, and your only way to stop it is by, like, resetting her charge potency by using, like, a guard or something. Either you can accept that you have, like, a really strong, like, you're doing a lot of damage, you do a lot of damage this turn, that sort of stuff, but you die at the end of the turn, or you can just have her spend her turn defending in order to, like, actually not die, right? She mentions that she needs to erase the data out of the box, so maybe her defense can be her doing that, right? That's my guess. It's kind of what I thought Borrowed Time was going to be like, right? You know, when we first saw, like, the T-Corp IDs were gonna have their Borrowed Time thing, I really, like, thought it was gonna be, like, kind of like, oh, you get a bunch of buffs, but if you don't keep on maintaining it, you get some sort of big, like, debuff thing. Not death, but, like, stagger, right? But Borrowed Time really only staggers you if the enemy can inflict bind on you, I think, which isn't gonna happen too frequently. I still feel like they messed up Borrowed Time somewhere, because it feels like it's supposed to do more, but just a hunch. Yeah, Devia looks fun. We'll see exactly what she is, because definitely gonna be, like, probably charge, maybe rupture, if they feel like speccing into, like, multiple parts with their kit. I don't know. We shall see. Let's go Automated Factory. Don't feel like going new to Violet right now. I'd like to get the shop, but I'd like to get a skill change, really. That's really, like, the huge issue I've got, right? You know, let's go through any that's nice. We get, like, rags, like, Emerald Lytra. Do you want to get Haunted Shoes for fun? Sure. Milepost? It's early enough, yeah. Cool. One more homeward? Sure. Buy out the shop. A lot of random stuff, but it works. But yeah. And also, like... So this week we're getting Deviat and Bygone Days. 2 weeks from that, we're going to be getting Ishmael's Zaya West. Potentially a 2-star alongside it. Maybe an Ego or something, I don't know. They didn't mention anything beyond the fact that they're giving it to the person who has who also gets the Bygone Days Ego, right? They didn't mention anything about a 2-star Ego or anything that manner, so it might just be a 3-star. And then, let's see, if I check my calendar, that's gonna be the 2nd. So Tokyo Game Show will be, like, a little bit before Spy West, I think. Tokyo Game Show. I'll just look it up while I'm doing this stuff. Tokyo Game Show dates. Yeah, it's the 26th through the 29th. So yeah. And PM is going to be there, I believe. I don't know if we've got, like, a schedule for it yet. We'll have to see, I guess. Who knows? But yeah, and that'll probably when we see the Dawn Seasonal Ego and potentially, like, a trailer for Kanto 7, right? That'd be pretty cool. And then, realistically, we might only have, like, 2 weeks or something after that point until next Kanto, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was, like, 3 weeks or something. We might get a random Dawn 3-star, like a Ufi Heathcliff situation. Don't know what she'd get. Probably something, like, somewhat relevant to some of the stuff next season. I don't know. Kind of just a guess, but, like, I guess the thing I've definitely been thinking about is, like, which Dawn ID are people going to primarily use for Dawn's Kanto? Because it really doesn't feel like as obvious an answer as, like, it was for, like, Heathcliff, right? Because Heathcliff, like, obviously, like, Suncliff, he worked well. That made a lot of sense. You also had Pequod, who also did really well, especially in, like, the latter chunk of the Kanto. And that was kind of like, I mean, that was what you ran, right? I'm sure there was room for other stuff, but it was pretty obviously like the best choice. Like, as far as Dawn 3 stars goes, like, she's got Warp, which is a strong ID, but definitely could be very iffy for, like, story stuff, if her entire purpose is to just do big damage, right? Oh, true. Speaking of Carmilla, that's definitely what Dawn Seasonal Ego is going to be for, right? Yeah, so you've got that. You've got Sank. Sank's a pretty solid all-arounder, pretty good at clashing, not insane damage, though. Still pretty good, though, that's for sure. But, like, no status effects, so if you're trying to build a team to run, then you're probably gonna have some trouble, right? She doesn't work as that well in, like, a team, right? Since... Well, I mean, she works well in a team, but she doesn't synergize with, like, anything, right? You could go haste stuff, I guess, which could be something. I don't know. It'll have to be based on partially, like, what the actual season's, IDs are gonna be. Right, so who knows what way that would go. Yeah, but I continue what I was saying, like, you've got Sank, you've got Middle, who I think is definitely not going to be common, not used, I think. That's all about Envy Resonance, which I can't imagine is going to be synergism with much at all. You've got T-Corp, who's just like a really gimmicky Tremor ID, right? Time Moratorium is a huge gimmick, and definitely could be good, I guess, right? I don't know, though. I really do not know. Gotta clash all this stuff. Simple enough. We're not killing bottom, or not bottom. Top right if we do this, but that's fine by me. We'll live. Let's see. Where is I? Yeah, I guess Dawn has some decent 2 stars, right? Like, all things considered, like, Lantern Dawn's really nice for Rupture. Wouldn't be surprised if next season has a Rupture focus, so maybe Lantern Dawn could be worth it if you're fine running a 2-star, which I personally think I'd be. And also, like, Blade Lineage Dawn isn't, like, bad, right? She's not great, but she's a pretty solid, like, poise support unit. When next season starts, you'll actually be able to shard Blade Lineage Dawn, so people who weren't there for, like, that season can actually get it after that point, right? So that's nice. Yeah, I don't know. Dawn definitely really should get a 3-star before her season starts, I think, though, right? If it's gonna be, you know, another, like, 4 months before she gets another 3-star. Because she's only got 9 IDs right now. She's only got 4 3-stars, right? Not the most amount compared to, like, a bunch of other Sinners. We're at the point where, like, half the Sinners in the game have 10 now, I think? Or 10 IDs in total? And the other half have 9. By the time Dawn's season starts, it's gonna be, you know... It'll be 8 Sinners that have 10 IDs. So, unless they're willing to, like, mix things up a little, unless they're willing to give us, like, the Dawn ID, like, a little bit early or something, right? Like a Spice Bish situation where they give her something just so she has it for a Kanto. Which could be nice. She doesn't need it, though. All her IDs are pretty solid. But, like, it feels hard to imagine which one you'd want to use. Because, like, if the Kanto ends up focusing on, like... If the Kanto ends up... There's 3 options for the Kanto focusing on, right? It's either going to be Rupture, Bleed, or maybe Burn, right? Bleed for the Blood Fiends, and then Rupture or Burn for the Blood Fiend Hunters, depending on how they take them. And, like, Dawn doesn't really have anything good for Burn. She's got, you know, her Soup Ego, which is actually solid for Burn count, but she doesn't have any actual Burn IDs, and so, you know, what, you're gonna run, like, She-Dawn or something? And for Rupture, she's got Lantern, which is fairly solid, technically Warp as well, but I don't know if I'd really count her as being super Rupture-y. And as far as Bleed goes, she's got, Middle, right? Once again, not really what I'd default to as far as, like, IDs that are good for bleed. I guess she's also got based on for bleed. I don't know. She's also got one of the few like decent bleed EUs in the game with Wishing Karen, so I mean there's that. Can't say I think about Wishing Karen very much at all. But I remember how hyped people were to actually have an ego that had a bleed count on it finally after, you know, bleed being so like egoless for so long. I don't know. A lot of possibilities, we'll see. We also need to see when we're getting Dante's notes. I think Dante's notes are going to be this week, but we'll have to wait till the patch notes to actually know for certain, so... We'll see then there. Maybe we should do some damage to that one, cool. Because Dante's notes should be like roughly a month before the next season or so, based on past patterns. And also like the, what did they talk about? Like the new manager thingy, like the returning / new manager rewards or whatever, where they're gonna give like a special type of ticket that gives you like a guaranteed like season 1 or season 1 like 3-star of your choice, I think, something like that. Just to start out with if you haven't played the game for a while, or if you are just starting the game. Give newer people like a bit of a better way to catch up, right? Which is cool. Just kind of want you clashing here. Yeah, it's only favored. Yeah, we'll do that instead. Like, we've got the declared duel on Clippity Cloppy. You might as well make the most of it, I'd say. Might as well, because we can get more haste and stuff from that, and you keep on going fast, and you keep on being able to clash him thanks to that sort of thing, so it's nice. Nice. Okay, this one dies. Cool. So we can put on the shoes now. Obviously, we're not going to put on the shoes. Someone should be able to do this pretty easily. Yeah, it's a Kanto 2 check. It's obviously going to be easy. They didn't bother buffing, like, any of the, like, the actual, like, Avno checks. Like, they buffed a bunch of, like, random event Avno checks, right? From earlier Mirror Dungeon stuff, but, like, these early Avno fights, their checks have been unchanged, like, ever, so it's still balanced around, you know, you being there in Kanto 2 with your, like, level 13, like, 2 stars and stuff. Right, before you have anything too great. You probably have, like, a couple 3 stars at this point, at least one, right? Assuming you're lucky, but still. The point still stands. And down you go. We didn't even get the chance to stagger you, because they... Surely they messed up the stagger bar stuff, right? It definitely does not feel intentional, but... It doesn't make too big of a difference. What do you want? Nothing's particularly calling out to me. See, what we need to focus on... We've got 4 stat effects on this team, right? Because with Sinking through DHE, we got Tremor through Goofy, and then we have Rupture through 7, and we've got Burn through Leo. I don't know why I blanked on that for so hard. I was like, who did I say? Who did I say? No. Could just go for, like, Bella Truth. And we don't really burst Tremor nearly enough with Goofy, though. Yeah, I could just go for, like, Pendant, sure. If I get Steam Transport Machine, I'm gonna be mad I chose this floor, but there's only a 33% chance of that. Yeah, that's Ichthys, I'm pretty sure. Haven't seen Ichthys in Mirror Dungeon in a while, it feels like. I feel like I say that every time I see Ichthys, but that's because you don't... I think... Is Ichthys only on this floor? Might only be on Sloth Week floor, right? Like, not a lot of options. Been delegated to only existing in this, like, small little corner. So sad. Too bad. Sure. Got some good ego gift upgrades there. Love to see it. Also, this floor has, like, a bunch of Nikos, is it? Is the Sloth Week also have, like, the Nico infestation? It might. I know Sloth floors have an absurd amount of Nikos sometimes. Like, there's more than just that. I don't know. When they add some of the stuff from, like... When Mirrodon 5 comes around, they're probably going to add more things to some of these floors, right? Add more options, because, well... They're going to be able to spread out, like, the Kanto 6 stuff and the recent mid-chapter stuff a little bit better. The fact that they're just going to throw, like... the Ordeal, like, fights. The Walpurgis fights on random floors, too, assumably. Or maybe they'll be only confined to their own special floors. I don't know. Some of these more generic floors will hopefully get a bit of an upgrade. I mean, Mirrodon 5, there's definitely going to be something getting a huge upgrade. We'll have to see what it ends up being. They always make sure to have at least one major focus each Mirror Dungeon. Like, obviously, Mirror Dungeon 4 was the floor packs thing. Mirror Dungeon 2 was, like, the whole... Mirror Dungeon 2, it was all about, like, the shops and the introduction of cost and all that sort of stuff, and Starlight. A lot of stuff in Mirror Dungeon 2. And, like, the removal of, like, the leveling system and all sorts of stuff. It was a lot. Mirror Dungeon 3 was a little bit more simple. It was more so about, like, introducing some, like, new stuff, like refreshing shops and, like, fusion and all the fusion gifts. Still pretty major stuff, but it felt like the not as big a change the other two, while still being a lot. Right. It's still so weird to me that, like, you no longer go, like, back and forth in Mirror Dungeons. I still, like... in my head, keep on remembering the time when you'd go this way on floor 1, and then this way on floor 2, then floor 3, then floor 4, but... It's a weird thing to change, but it was a weird thing to exist in the first place, right? Like, why not just always go right? So it's a logical enough decision to make, I gotta say. I'll take this, sure. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, my favorite. Pretty awesome. Okay. Try some of that. We got that Pride Resistance, so we get the Poise going. I went to the Poise for this team simply just because, like, none of these units are Poise IDs, but, like, nothing had an actual majority, right? With, you know, 1 Burn, 1 Rupture, 1 Tremor, 1 Sinking, and then 2 IDs that have no status effects. Like, you really can't win too easily without going for, like, Poise or something. It's just how it goes. Kill these guys, cool. Yeah, it should do it. Cool. We game. Now it's Ichthus time. Time to fight Ichthus. You fought, like, so often in previous Mirror Dungeons, but now you fight so little. It's been refreshing, you know, not seeing this thing, like, every, like, 4 runs. Okay, what do we do here? Salu, do we do that on the body? Is that the best choice? Or do we have you, like, on something else clashing duty? Like, on leg clashing duty? Probably just so you can keep on doing it, yeah. Can you clash anything? No, okay. So we can't clash everything as, like, a baseline. So I guess we'll just ignore Tail Whip, just let you tank it. It's got the fragile, but, like, the tail's always annoying to bother with. So I feel nothing for just ignoring it. Works for me. Let's see. You can do that. You can do that. Seems solid. Do some good damage. I've never actually had, like, a solid strategy for Ichthus. Mostly just, you know, do a bunch of damage to the body, then just full send, like, one of the legs after the body breaks, right? That sort of thing. And that usually works pretty well. Pretty easy to stagger the legs, usually. And as long as you stagger the body, don't let it do the blood laser thing, you're chilling. The blood laser can be quite a nuisance to deal with. So I'd rather if you didn't use it, if I'm being honest. Kind of fine with those. I don't know if I want to take the attack power down next turn, actually, because that's annoying. I mean, you're also, like, not using anything actually, like, strong this turn. You only have a skill 1, so I'm fine with you clashing. Likewise for you, yeah. Okay, sure, you guys focus on the powerful collapse. We'll just take the tail whip, yeah. Otherwise, full send of the body this turn, I think. Actually, which one did we declare duel with? Right leg, okay. That's the one. Oh, that's the one staggered. Okay, cool. Then I'm fine with you just attacking this turn. I'd like to have you keep on clashing the declared duel person when you know you can clash against them, but if you can't right now, you can just go for the one-sided. That works. Nice, Ishmael won her clash. It wasn't the best chance of winning, so we'll take it. And there's stagger on the body. Cool. Should be able to stagger plus it. We've still got 2 skill 3s going its way. So that should do enough? Yeah, okay, well. Nice. So we can just kill it next turn. It's only got 200 HP. Take down the body, then focus on the arms. Or the... yeah. And that should work. Clash that. This feels overconfident only hitting it with these. Oh, if we don't take the body down, though, that's fine. It looks like it might if we get all heads. Yeah, okay, we're fine. I can go for 3 skill 1s and it kills. I mean, they're all multi-coin skill 1s, so like they're doing decent damage, right? That's true. And this way we can just use our strong attacks on the part that we're guaranteed to get the full damage off on, and yeah. Cool. Looks good. Intergate elbow strike, and then we should just be able to kill you next turn. We'll just go all in on the same arm, I think, right? And that should work. No real reason to bother clashing with everything, though. We're higher speed than the rest of the Ichthys, and, well... we're chilling. You definitely die here. Yeah. Does this finish the job? Not quite, but Heathcliff should. Cool. There we go. Easy enough fish killing. Let's just say I've gone fishing. And we get pendant now. Cool. More poise. Waiter, more poise. Else with that floor just immediately, just for the sake of it. You know what, I will. If we get Ichthys again, so be it. I'm fine with the double Ichthys. No, that's Fairy Long Legs, okay. That's fine. Well, we get a skill change here. Don't really need resources. There's a lot of good eco resource granting stuff there as options, but we're fine without them. Thunder Branch is nice, Logic Circuit's nice, I'll take them. They're not, like, insane for us. A little late for the Hammer or Voracious Fortune, but that's fine. Or Voracious Fortune. You know what I mean, right? Voracious Hammer or Tomorrow's Fortune. Don't know how I managed to mix those together. Apologies for the phone noises if you're hearing those in the background. That's what the Ruina snap sound is. That's my phone notification noise. It might happen again. I guess that's the good thing, is because it's not like an actual, like, normal notification sound. Like, you're not going to hear and be like, oh, that was my phone. Unless you've also got the Ruina snap sound as your phone notification. Which, if you do, that's pretty cool. But if you don't, you should consider it. It's a funny idea, that's all I'm saying. It's a funny sound effect. Okay, and it's just this one left, yeah. We're killing. Easy enough, this floor should be pretty fine. It's funny whenever you get, like, the non-mirror dead rabbit guys. Or I guess, like, at least the non-feral ones, I should specify, right? The ones that aren't weak to sin stuff and is just weak to blunt. We get wound declared. We've got some wrath on this team. We don't have any bleed, of course. But we've got, you know, some wrath. Yeah. Don't think wound declared plus is very much is an option in the books for us. I don't think it'd do very much. Hate to say it, as much as I love a good wound declaring. Okay, we've got some strong blunt scope 3s this turn, so pretty decent chance most of these guys are just dead. Like, that just kills, I think Ruina probably just kills. Even like something like Gregor's skill 2, like, it's resisted, but like, it staggers, it kills, cool. Does Faust kill the last one then? Yeah, okay, so they're all just dead. Carmilla really helps a lot in that front, though. Our slash attacks are able to stagger a lot faster and therefore do some, you know, unresisted damage once they're staggered with the rest of their coins. Okay, third front of the Smoke War. That's bearable. Once again, it's bleed stuff. This one just straight does nothing, because it requires you to actually inflict bleed with skill effects. I guess its one advantage is if we upgrade Wound Declared to ++, then have Ishmael use her skill 2, which is Wrath, then it will inflict bleed, and then the enemies will lose haste, because that's like the secondary effect of it, right? Sounds like a very reasonable use of our resources and time. To, you know, inflict, you know, a solid 5 bleed onto Fairy Longlegs. It's just what we were looking for, I think. Cool. They're all mostly dead. One of them's still alive, that's fine. Not for long. Alley-oop. Go up. Go ahead. You sure were helpful, Hod. You did a great job. Great job, just watching. Oh, here's more bleed. Now our single coin attacks can inflict bleed. Hmm. And if I'm not mistaken, that's really not very helpful for us, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, now our ego skills inflict bleed, right? Okay, so there we've got that. We've got that working for us. We can get Dawn another Salute. I'll take it, and then I'm just gonna move on. Could sell stuff, could upgrade Wound Declared to ++. Could also, like, explode, though, right? That's also an option. About as appealing, right? Anyways, Fairy Longlegs time. We can definitely do a lot to you. No turn 1 salute, no turn 2 salute. Okay, we're just not gonna get declared duel off, it seems. That's fine. What was that skill change for, though, SMH? Dun 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 dun. Yeah, we don't need ego here, which is good. We actually haven't needed ego at all this run. And you know, let's see if we can keep that up. Probably don't need ego, right? Although it's really tempting to just like corrode Rhyme Shake and like Solemn Lament and just kill this guy. But you know, sometimes moderation is key or something. Okay. Oh, we win this, cool. That's fine. Then we seem to be chilling. We do get Solu next turn. So that's an option then, I guess, right? I don't know. Ooh, we get the Rose Banner Mercy support passive. Let's go. I think it was actually triggering for Gregor there. Okay. You're supposed to be good at clashing. What was that, Dawn? What was that about? Care to explain yourself? Well, we've staggered the arm now, so now we're doing fatal damage with like all our blunt stuff and the like. So that's good. It's more damage. Now you're also gonna like intentionally throw by using the casting shade, which like objectively does nothing helpful for you. That's pretty cool. We'll let you hit Heathcliff with it then, sure. We'll just see how much damage we can do here. That attack power down actually helped a fair bit. That's nice. That's the, I mean, it's the attack power down just from breaking its arm, right? It just gets the attack power down when its arm is broken. But there we go. We got that declared duel, so we might actually get to use it. This guy's lived for a little bit. Since we're not, like, egoing or stacking, like, a specific status effect too much, like, our damage output isn't, like, insane or anything. Which is fine, right? Our burn's, like, solid, thanks to burn being really stackable. Same for our tremor. Also helps that Oofy Heathcliff is really good. I mean, both the, like, the burn tremor ID we have are really good for maintaining their count. They've got decent count infliction. Okay, well, we can Salu here, so that's pretty awesome. And Salu might just be able to get the killing blow. Potentially. I guess we'll see. And not quite. Okay, well, we get to use Rodion to get a kill. And there we go. Clover's gone. We're chilling. All that's our stuff. And that is a 1 run. Yippee. Gregor did the most. He was the first slotted because he's association number 2, right? I did it in ascending order in case it wasn't obvious. Fair enough. Give me my 3 levels. Nice. 1443. Cool, see it. What? Love to see it, I think. I think I mixed up cool and love to see it in my head. More phone noises, don't worry about it. Yeah, there we go, more boxes. We're chilling. Let's just say I don't think I'm gonna need to pull whatsoever on this upcoming banner. I'll have to use a bunch of boxes on Ishmael to get her side west because I'm gonna spend all of these on bygone days, but that's fine by me. Who knows? Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll do a daily pull and get one of them. But speaking of daily pulls, we gotta do today's daily pulls. No time to think about the future daily pulls. We gotta see if we get lucky and get like a. I mean, I guess Molar off is the only thing I theoretically could gain from daily pulls, and I can only gain that from the Wall Purchase one. Announcers aren't on other banners. Okay, cool. Well, there's more Rodion shards, you know. That's pretty convenient, since I was just looking at that. Sure, I'll take it. And do we get anything cool? No. I'm not too worried. Oh, there's Ishmael shards, though. That is nice, because even though I already have 400, I do need to have enough to, well, both I'm going to need Spy West 2 weeks after, but I'm also going to need to thread spin, right? So, going to need some shards. I'm going to need to pop some boxes no matter what, but I won't need to pop too many, which is funny. But yeah, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!